Hey, how's it going? My light turned off. Great. One sec. How's it going, chat? Hope you're doing well. I'm well and good. Yes, congrats to New York. Congrats to, I think it was like Pennsylvania and a bunch of other places, Colorado, Maine. Bunch of cool, really great.
A cat marionette just subscribed. Meep.
Meep indeed. Thank you for the 13 entire months. That's fucking awesome. Why would you do a thing like that? That's like almost a year even. Yes, we've had some really, really great news. Almost a year. Really great news politically. We've got a Democratic Socialist Muslim immigrant as the mayor of New York City. We no longer have Dick Cheney. We have a really solid repudiation of anti-trans rhetoric, because all of the Republicans that ran big on anti-trans attack ads lost. We got good crabs. Yeah, let's go crabs. Speaking of which, hi Fragment, welcome in. Hope you're doing good. I'm so excited. Like, for those who are younger and maybe aren't as plugged into American politics, which good, not dead and that's enough. That's true. But Dick Cheney famously shot a man and then made that man apologize for being shot by Dick Cheney, which is really funny. The sun has decided to come out from the clouds, which I don't appreciate. That's a baker's ear? That's really funny. Here, let me... Mamdani. Oh yeah, this is so fucking funny. Let me... Look at that. On your marks, get set. Zoe, Socialist Mamdani wins the race for mayor. The red apple. Like, that kind of slaps. Like... Okay, on your marks, get set, Zoe is, like, kind of funny. But, like... I'm so fucking happy. Like he ran on like actual like progressive values. It is hilarious. He did shoot a man and the man did apologize. It's very funny. But yeah, it's just like I cannot begin to explain how excited I am for there to be politicians who actually AI image, probably. But it's so nice to actually have like someone running on helping people, and like actually facing the affordability crisis, especially because New York is so profoundly unaffordable. Not getting caught up in like divisive rhetoric, and like the way that he's addressed Islamophobia and weaponized claims of anti-Semitism, while also caring about actual anti-Semitism, has been fucking awesome. Fair. But yeah, it's just, I'm really, really happy. The speech that Mamdani gave was like, it was reminiscent of Obama 2008, but like, I feel like he actually means it. That he might actually follow through. And he's been explicitly like pro-trans the whole time. Also, something that a lot of people probably aren't covering, because this is not an issue that matters to most people, even though it should. Zohran Mamdani has been pro-sex worker rights, which is huge, especially in New York City, where like a lot of people work, because it's unaffordable. There's a lot of marginalized people, a lot of immigrants, like migrant sex workers, you know, end up in their own communities. But yeah, like huge to hear that. Welcome in, Dolly. Yeah, like I'm so happy. And again, like, I think it was Colorado funded like, free meals for students in public schools. Like that's fucking huge. Oh, we're all lived up, Dolly. Also, hi O'Kyrie, hi Pint, hi Staffy. Tax the rich, yes. And that's another thing is like Zohran's Mamdani's plan to fund like buses and shit and all of the things that he's promising to help make affordable housing and free fast buses and like all of the things he's promising is like a 2% tax on the richest 1% in New York City. Love you too, Vanphy. Welcome in. He's planning on, yes, agreed, Pine. And he's also like wants to, the way he phrased it was really delicate, but like he wants to deal with mental health and homelessness in New York City. And I'm really excited. Yeah. So there's a lot of good that came out. It was just like blue after blue after blue for the entire midterms, which is excellent. And the thing that's like really good to see about this is that like hope in the way that's like productive, not just like sunshines and rainbows and pretending the world isn't the way that it is, but like real tangible hope where you put in work with the expectation that that work will result in a better outcome is like doable and worth doing. Because, you know, you could sit in there and wallow in like, okay, Donald Trump is a fascist and he's destroying democracy in America. Okay, that is true, but giving up on democracy is like not how you beat it. That's just complying in advance. And like Mamdani even said in his speech, like give authoritarianism and fascism the strength that it fears, not the capitulation that it craves. Like he's a good example that you can still push back and still make tangible improvements, even when things seem like really bleak. And it was just so good to see. And we're down to Dick Cheney. And then Nancy Pelosi announced her retirement today. So she's done after this, God, my brain's broken. Sorry, I spent like half an hour trying to fix OBS, and it turns out it was a Bell problem. But after this session, she's done. I missed that thing, fuck. Yes, I'm very happy. I'm having a good day. I think we needed some good news, and just having that much concentrated good news in like a day was nice. Not that old people aren't valid, but man, do I want younger politicians. Yeah, like Mamdani is a year younger than me. Like he's my age. And I love how every time he's like, yeah, I'm young despite all of my efforts to get older. Or like him being like, I heard the criticism that I'm 33 and this weekend will make a change. I'm gonna turn 34. Good news on the day before the Destiel 5th anniversary. Yes. Also, having the Destiel meme go around announcing all this stuff, it's like, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I've seen this. Like, the Destiel meme starts to come up and I'm like, oh yeah, I've probably seen this news. And then it's more good news. And I'm like, woo! His 34th birthday announcement was pretty fucking awesome. So yeah, that's been really good. And yeah, definitely having some younger perspectives, because as much as like older people do have value, I'm not gonna say they don't, but younger people do. And this reminds me of a conversation I was having with Salt, that when you say you don't have a hierarchy or you don't want to privilege one group over another, like that also means that other group can't be prioritized over the first either. So like, yes, I don't want to be ageist towards older folks, right? But we need to not privilege, we don't want to privilege younger folks over older folks, but we've been privileging older folks over younger folks, and like having a swing the other way is needed. We can't just constantly have 80 to 90-year-olds running everything on their own with no younger people with any power or say. Yeah, exactly, Kat. I just want people to know what living like me is like. Yeah, and I think that's like an issue. Age is part of it, because, someone in their 80s is not going to know what starting a career right now feels like. But some of that's also like other axes of power, right? Like, someone who's never been working class will not understand that either, no matter how old they are. Someone who's younger but has been in office for 30 years, like, okay, they started in office in their 20s, so they're only 50 right now. Okay, but they've been in office for 30 years. They're sort of out of touch, or can be, because you have to stay in touch with experiences that aren't yours. You have to put in work. You can, but you have to work at it. Yeah, tax changes, housing opportunities, but other things affected other than age. Yeah. So it's like, there's a reason why, despite being similar in age, Bernie Sanders is more in touch than Donald Trump, even though they're fairly close in age. Or even like Biden, because Biden and Trump were coming from a position of privilege to start with. Bernie Sanders has been arrested in civil rights protests, so he has a little bit more of a grounded perspective. Yeah, he puts in the work to understand, and he's also starting from a less privileged starting point. And like, there are older folks who do have more of an understanding. Like, a lot of the older Black folks in Congress do have more of an understanding, because like, they lived through the civil rights movement. They do understand some things, so they have a grounded perspective in some ways. But again, they can't know everything, so you want to have a diversity of opinions in Congress or in Parliament or whatever. Any position of democratic power should have a diversity of opinions that represent the diversity of opinions of the population they're representing, right? He puts in the work to listen and isn't even his job anymore. Yeah. I haven't actually, Dolly. But like, but yeah, I feel like if we're going to say like, let's not be ageist, yes, don't be ageist against old people, but we need to not be ageist against younger folks either. And like, the whole purpose of DEI was to make sure that people who historically haven't had access to things have a bit of leveling the playing field so that the best person actually wins the position, not just the best white man. So then we need to make sure we do that for our elected officials too, is like recognize that the best person for the job cannot always be an old white man. There's no way. Statistically, that doesn't make any fucking sense. They have an age limit for president. I can sort of see it, but like obviously you should be old enough to vote to be president. Like that makes sense. But like 35, I don't see what the fundamental difference between a 30-year-old and a 35-year-old is as someone who's 35. There's no difference. For the time it was enacted, yeah. Or like, similarly, I understand why this is the case because of the time it was enacted, but the like needing to be a naturally born citizen to be president, like that, I mean, the fact that Mamdani can never be president because he was born somewhere else, even though he's lived in America his whole life, like, it is his country. But yeah, I'm just so happy. And schooling happened much later, was taught through experience, but now fuck that shit. Yeah. Like now that doesn't really matter. Like, I do see like, I don't think I'd want a 22-year-old president. I feel like there's a certain amount of like experience and like maturity that just like takes some time. But like a 27-year-old, I know some really mature 27-year-olds. And again, it's not like there'll be self-selection, yeah. And again, it's not like we could run a baby. Someone who's really incompetent, that's what the democracy part is. So I suppose, like, you know, America elected fucking Trump, so that's not great. But like, I think that was less that people voted for Trump and more just people didn't want to vote for Kamala because she was like, if anything in this like current blue wave shows is that tacking to the center or to the right as a ostensibly left-wing party doesn't actually do anything because it doesn't galvanize your base. It doesn't give anyone anything to vote for. No one's gonna go out of their way to vote against something. You have to give them something to vote for. Otherwise, they're not gonna fucking bother. Especially with how difficult voting in the US is. Like, it's one thing in Canada, we famously vote against things because we get pissed off and then go vote. But voting here is easy and convenient. It doesn't sway the right and demoralizes the left. Yeah. It's just basically saying, do you want fascism or fascism light and slower? And it's like, well, no one who's interested in fascism is going to vote for either of those. They're just going to stay home. And you can be mad at people for not voting as much as you want, but if you don't give them anything to vote for, like, it is all well and good to say, like, hey, if we're going to vote between a douche and a turd sandwich, you should probably pick the douche, because at least it's clean. But, like, you should also have blame on the douche for not really doing any better than the shit sandwich. Like, that's such a low bar for you to be better than. So just like actually embracing like left-wing positions inspires people, and inspired people have the energy to go out and vote. Demoralized people don't. Demoralized people don't convince others to go out to vote. So you got to give someone energy to do the thing. People get tired of the same shit year in and out. Yeah. And like, if they don't feel like it's going to make a difference, because they're either going to vote for Republicans or Democrats that'll just do what the Republicans wanted them to do anyway, in the name of like bipartisanship, then there's no point. Like, if you're voting between a shit sandwich and someone who thinks maybe you should eat a shit sandwich, it's just like, well, then there's just the same thing. Like, what's the point? But yeah, I'm hoping that people have seen what fascism looks like and are course correcting rapidly, since we know what this is. I'm hoping the incompetence has made it slow enough that people are able to respond fast enough. Yeah, exactly, Kat. So yeah, like, I tend to try not blame individuals for systemic problems, basically. Kat, what did you do? Oh, fucking censorship laws. Oh, speaking of censorship laws, can I cover you something really stupid that the UK is doing? Well, two stupid things that the UK is doing. Because the UK is like, hey, Trump, you know your fascism? Hold my beer. Hold my lager. Let me be worse. Kat, I love you so much. Oh no. Oh, yeah, no, that's... Okay, I'm glad you're good. I'm glad it's sorted, but yeah, that's a hell of a miscommunication. And like... Yeah, that's pretty funny. Like, how do you mess that one up? Yeah, that's pretty big, but like... The worst thing is, like, I know Kat well enough to know how he'd do that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if it helps, not that it's anywhere near yours, but like Lucy and I had to have a communication about being queer platonic partners because we never really talked about it. We just sort of were like, yeah, this kind of describes what our relationship already is, and then just didn't talk about it. So last night we had like a conversation, be like, yeah, so what does that mean now that we're living together? Sometimes you're full of anxiety, yeah, fair. But yeah, it was just like, just making sure people's needs were being met, because it's one thing to live apart and have sort of a nebulous relationship. It's different when you live in the same house. The what are we? Kinda, yeah. It was like, we know that's what we are, but what is that? Like, what responsibilities are there? And like, what are the boundaries and stuff? Because a lot more comes up when you're like living together. And also like, for the longest time, like it's not like I was dating new people and I'm in a new like play situation right now. So like, that's also a thing. Sometimes your other partners need to tell you that conversation was missed. True. Hi, Cryptid. Speaking of, Cryptid helped a lot. And it's like, oh yeah, we never really talked about that. Maybe we should do that. Hi. I saw. Meanwhile, I am a paragon of flawless relationship communication that has never fucked up ever once, ever. Not once, never. No, Salt. This has never come up before. You are correct. You have been perfect at polyamory since the day I met you. And we've definitely been dating for a continuous, like, 12 years. There's been no unforced gaps. There's nothing to do with us. A1 since day one. Yep. Oh God, yeah. But yeah, no unforced gaps from dating toxic, quote, poly people. No, that's never happened. Certainly not twice. If I had a nickel for every single time, I certainly wouldn't have two. Why I'm single, something, yeah. I certainly believe that ain't true. Weird, Dolly, why would you think that? Oh God. Definitely not twice in almost identical ways, but somehow worse the second time. Yeah, somehow way worse for both of us the second time, actually. You're like, no, second verse more than the first. More in every possible way. God damn it. We're really skilled at this. Oh, it's okay. We got through it. Bless you both, yeah. Bless your heart in the most southern way possible. A little bit louder and a lot bit worse, yeah. Yeah. But I appreciate it, Dolly. I mean, what if the second time I started dating someone because they told me we were dating and just accepted that? Yeah. I love that happened in the exact 2-day gap between me figuring out I had feelings for you and telling you about them. I moved quick for me. And you're still like, yeah, for some reason I'm dating now and I don't know what happened. And I'm like, okay. All right, I'll be here. Like watching an anime at this point? Yeah. Yeah. My favorite part of that also is, I'm so glad my 30s now. I am also glad you're in your 30s. I think my favorite part of that though was that Salt and I didn't figure out we were dating the first time we were dating, or the second time we were dating. We realized we were dating like mid-COVID when we went, wait, we've been dating, haven't we? Like we just started calling each other, we went from calling each other play partners to just partner. And then we went, I think one day I was just like, hey, we're dating. When we should like have an anniversary that we celebrate or something. So we celebrated, the first time we celebrated our anniversary was on our 10-year anniversary. Because we're that bad. We do not know how to do relationships. I do them wrong. Also, like my relationship with Steffi started poly, went monogamous, and then went poly again. Because we didn't know what we were doing. Because like, I was like, we were like friends with benefits and I was like sleeping with other people because I'm like, whatever, I'm not in a relationship. And then I got feelings for Steph and then I was like, hey, yeah, so like I have feelings for you and like, do you want to be like dating now? And if so, like, do you want to be monogamous or like open and poly? Like, what do you want to do? And Steph was like, I don't know what any of that means. Let's just be like exclusive then because that's the only thing that I know. And I was like, okay, cool. And then 9 months later, Steph was like, hey, I know you like, this is a lot to ask, and like, if you need to break up with me about this, I understand, but I think we need to do poly. I'm like, that's literally the thing we did for the first 2 months of knowing each other. It's fine. Yeah, exactly. We're so good at this. We're so good at this. How could that happen? Genuinely, I don't know. Well, so like we started dating, basically what happened is we met and we were friends. And then like play partners and cared really deeply about each other. But Salt was dating someone who was like okay with poly, but actually wasn't. So it made understanding what we were like not a thing we could actually have an open conversation about because we couldn't just be together. Like anytime she was around, like we had to pretend we weren't together. It was weird. And then like, so very understandably, like after that breakup was like, I need to not date people. So then didn't realize we were still dating. And then, we were getting like closer and closer. And then the second problem person happened, who knew we were dating and we didn't. The short answer is I spent the vast majority of my 20s completely unsure of my needs or wants. Yeah, unsure of them. And like, even when you, or shed, yeah, true. But like, even when you kind of knew them, you also had issues stating them if they conflicted with someone else because you felt like that would make you a bad person, which doesn't help. Very similar to the timeline of me and partner realizing we were poly. Yeah. I mean, it's complicated. Yeah, Cryptid. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it. Azura having a type. Look, shh. Zero boundaries or knowledge of how to enforce them. Well, it's almost like also both of those partners, and I believe even some before I met you, specifically made it worse on purpose and like bowled over your boundaries. Well, some were not as on purpose, but like, I definitely have a type. Sure did, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, showers are great. I gotta have a shower after stream. But yeah, it's a whole thing. But yeah, have conversations with your partners. And the also fun thing is having conversations with one partner helps me have conversations with the other one, because I'm like, this partner brought up a good question. I should ask that to all my other partners so I know what the fuck is happening. What if boundaries are something you figure out after someone crosses them? Yeah. I mean, sometimes you don't know you don't like something until you try it too. Been 8 years since my full life breakdown in therapy. We're doing good. I mean, yeah, you've been solid. See you in a bit, Cryptid. I'm snarking. Oh, I know. See, my problem is I have such a high stress tolerance and I'm so chill that like, I have so few needs that like, my crash out. Well, we're mainly talking about me and Salt, but like, the conversation we had yesterday kind of talking about our boundaries and our needs and like what our relationship actually looks like did come up, because like realizing, oh yeah, we never had that conversation. It's a pattern that I apparently have. I think I was good with it with Steph because we had to very deliberately open our relationship. And then since then I've just sort of been like, I don't care, do whatever you want. Like I'm very, like, I am almost incapable of feeling jealousy. Yeah. And I feel a lot better after having like a talk. Not just that, like, because again, I have low stress. I'm more stressed about what I can do for other people than what I need for myself. Not because like I don't have any needs, but because like, I don't know, I'm pretty self-sufficient. Do you have a story from IRL when people were walking in line and someone stopped and everyone bumped into each other? It's not what we're talking about right now, but no. Welcome in, Cool Parrot. Thanks for the first time chat. I'm assuming that's fetish bait and like no judgment, but like I don't indulge people's kinks for free. Unless you want to put cat ears on me, because apparently I do that for channel points. I don't know where I put them, but now I do know where I put them. I'll do my kinks for free, but I'm not doing yours. But yeah, just overall, like, communication is good. And my biggest flaw is that, like, I don't realize I'm having issues until they're bigger, or like until someone else brings it up. Thank you, I appreciate it. I try. Well, okay, give me a sec. I'll go get the ears. They're just in the other room. 1 second, you goobers. I love that my room just smells like fucking latex for no particular reason. Oh, have a good lunch and coffee. I love you, Salty. No sus reason. Well, the funny thing is it's not there's a reason. It's not necessarily sus. I don't want to get up. True. Getting up is homophobic. Cat ears. Yeah, okay. So, news coverage. I wanted to talk about 2 bits of UK news because they're sex work related. Because, you know, left-wing shit, everyone's covering that. Let me talk about how the UK is fucking over whores. So, with cat ears on. So, the Online Safety Act is, they're trying to expand it to go after, like, what was it? Like, no. Yes. Let me just look it up real quick so I have the info. Yeah, okay. This is from gov.uk. So they're trying to strengthen the law. Well, this is a lot of nothing. Well, that's nothing. They're trying to expand to, like, fake journalism, online gaming, streaming. Like, they're trying to go after more things. And I'm like, yeah, we told you it wasn't going to be just porn. We done did told you. So, like, we told you. Trying to see if I can find an article that explains it. But fucking it's so hard to find like the updated stuff because it's just like, do you want information on the act from like 3 months ago? I'm like, no, I want modern stuff. I want updated stuff. Yeah. There we go. That might be it. Yeah, no, there's no, I can't find any articles on it. I had seen people talking about it going after more stuff. But the thing I do have articles on is they are talking about, let me see if I... Here we go. This is the bit I really wanted to talk about. This. UK government is banning strangulation and suffocation as part of a crackdown on violent porn. It is now a criminal offense to possess or share strangulation or suffocation porn online. The Minister for Victims and Tackling Violence Against Women and Girls. The phrase women and girls is like, I read it as this. Women and girls, it's like one fucking weird word. And it's like, I immediately, like, when I hear that word, get angry. Because it's like, first of all, it's still, like, it's this weird, sexist, women are always victims. It's definitely only talking about white women and girls. Like, it's the same thing as, like, think about the children. Like, it's so clearly not about addressing misogyny. It's this, think about women and girls. It's like, okay. I can only think of it in like a shrill Karen voice with the Karen haircut or whatever haircut Gail Dines has going on. Which is not better. So yeah, it just, this phrase, every time I see women and girls, it gets my hackles up. And sometimes it's used in a actual reasonable way, but 90% of the time I see this and I'm like, oh, some fucking white woman bullshit's about to happen. Said those found to be in breach of the pornography ban would be dealt with severely, with huge fines for tech firms and even prison sentences. If, for example, X is showcasing this type of pornography that we deem to be unacceptable and illegal now, under the powers that we've introduced today, then Ofcom can go after the platform. They've proven to have failed to prevent that from being shown on the platform. There's a fine for them of £18 million, or up to 10% of global revenue, whichever is bigger. Under the Online Safety Act as well, where they've got a failure to prevent this type of material being shown to children, ensuring there are protections to children. There are also criminal sanctions backed up so individuals can be held liable with prison sentences available. If you are in possession of this type of material, you could receive up to 2 years in prison. If you choose to distribute this, so share it, post it online, it's up to 5 years in prison. So, in possession of, distribution and sharing it, posting it, 5 years in prison. So read that as arresting sex workers. That's what that is. Because this is consensually produced pornography. Do you know who mostly possesses and distributes it? Sex workers. And so protecting women and girls, note that phrase, because of this, inherently means that sex working women do not count as women. They're trying to protect non-sex workers from sex workers doing their job. It's this conflation of misogyny is caused by women behaving incorrectly. It is victim blaming, because you know who faces more sexism and misogyny than civilian women? Sex working women. Because we have to face it at work, in our faces. And then when we go to the bank and get debanked and all of these other things. Like, this explicit dichotomy of we're protecting innocent virginal white women from those filthy whores who keep making things that, and their art that they're making is to blame for what men do to us. Not the men doing it without consent. It's women doing it. So like, the other thing is too, it's being treated as if it's child abuse material when it's not abuse, it's consensual. And then also on top of that, people who already have that content on their computers is now going to retroactively be considered criminally illegal, right? Like, I, in good faith, made art or purchased something or reblogged something on Tumblr fucking 8 years ago that was completely legal. Now it's not. What can I do about that? How am I supposed to go through, like, on my Twitter account? How am I supposed to go back through? I've had Twitter for a decade, more than a decade. How am I supposed to go back and, like, undo that? You know? It's a wild overreach, yeah. Because it's possession also, and sharing it. Up to 5 years in prison for sharing it or reposting it or posting it. Like, and again, this is pornography, not abuse material. It's not revenge content. Addressing an issue of people being essayed IRL by making laws against stuff online. Yeah. And like, rather than addressing actual stuff. I will say, digestive, like, intestinal cramps can feel kind of shitty, yeah. I'm a Sowie. But I think that's also important to note that laws like this do not differentiate between pornography and sex ed or kink education. So people who post information on how to do, not that you can ever do strangulation or suffocation or choking safely. There are ways that are more dangerous and less dangerous. There's always a risk associated with it, but there are ways of doing it safer, right? Or accounting for the risk when you're consenting to it. There's also things that look like strangulation but aren't, right? So if you're actually cutting off blood flow to my brain by holding my blood vessels, yeah, you're choking me and there's no way to do that safely. But if you just put a hand here and you're holding the muscles and you're not actually squeezing, your hand's just there, this does nothing. Or if you're holding my jaw, I have EDS, you might knock my jaw out, but like, whatever. But like, there's ways of simulating that without actually doing it that is safer. And you are not, by criminalizing this content, you are not going to make people not into it. You're not suddenly going to have people who are into being like throat slammed by Ghostface suddenly stop wanting that. You can't eliminate the thoughts. You're just getting rid of depictions that could teach them either how to do it more safely or let them explore that fantasy without actually physically doing it. So like, we'll get into it, but 77% of Gen Z watch porn. Okay, fine. They watch fantasy material that is adult rather than... That's like saying 77% of Gen Z watch fucking Netflix. Like, okay, it's fiction. Who cares? An alarming 52% of young women believe porn reinforces sexual dominance among men, while 36% feel porn reinforces traits of violence or aggression. Fun fact, women believing that porn reinforces sexual dominance doesn't mean it actually is. You actually have to do a study. You can't just do opinion polls on non-experts and be like, well, you feel like this. Like, okay, there's a not small percentage of parents of autistic kids that think vaccines cause their autism. It didn't. But you can go, oh, an alarming 20% of parents of autistic children believe that vaccines caused autism. And doesn't mean it does. People think the world is flat. Exactly. People think that you can get negative energy from a ghost video through watching a screen. And that's already assuming ghosts are real, but like, even if we're going to pretend they are, okay. An alarming number of people think that you can be affected by that through a fucking video. Because that's how that works. Like, I don't care how many people believe whatever. Is there any data that backs that up, or are you just talking out your ass? Right? Like, an alarming number of people think that me doing my job is me being assaulted day after day after day. I don't care. I'm the person doing it, and I know that it's not. The thing that actually causes sexual dominance and violence amongst cis-het men is patriarchy and misogyny. Porn may or may not reflect that because it's media, and media reflects the world it's created in. It's made in a context. But like, considering the vast majority of porn right now, the market is predominantly solo or indie content. It's people on OnlyFans self-producing. It's amateur content. Like, these are people who are doing what they want to be doing in the bedroom on camera. This is not people, like, being forced by a studio to do a kink that they're not into, right? Studio porn is not the vast majority of porn, and even then, studio porn is not what people think it is. People don't get forced to do things. There are actual regulations and consent checklists and things. I know people who do studio porn, and it's not that either. But the vast majority of the industry isn't even in studios. The stuff that, like, me and Lucy make, like, we make photos mostly, but, like, I've definitely done videos where photos where I've had my hand on Lucy's neck. This does nothing. Like, I'm not hurting them. And, like, I'm very kink experienced. I know that there's risks to things. I'm not doing anything that has, like, high levels of risk to it. Like, and, like, I've also been with clients who will just grab my neck without asking me. And I just go, hey, there's risks to that. Are you aware of that? And they go, oh, no, sorry. Or I just tell them, like, hey, no, can you not hold my neck like that? And they're like, oh, okay, sorry. Like, a good chunk of the issue is, thank you, Dolly. A good chunk of the issue is consent based around no means no rather than yes means yes. And people doing things without having explicit conversations beforehand about what people are into or not into. Versus, like, I just started a new play relationship with someone, and we spent an entire day going through kink checklists and talking about our boundaries and what we want for like safer sex, and testing and all that sort of stuff. Like, we had a huge fucking conversation, because that's what's been normalized in kink, in the kink community, is you fucking pre-negotiate with a big fucking checklist, which might sound boring, but I promise you it's hot as hell sitting there being like, we're not allowed to do any of this right now. This day is about discussing our boundaries. But oh my God, do the wheels get turning, and you're like, ooh, what if we do this together? Ooh, what if we do that together? Ooh, that's something that I'm into, but like we'd have to work up towards. Like, what could we do to work up towards that level of trust? Like, super fucking hot. And all of the people who have ever consensually put their hands on my throat have all been so fucking good at consent. Because for me to let you put your hand on my throat, we have to have a conversation first. This is the 4th time strangulation porn has been banned in the UK in some form, the previous law being introduced in 2014 before it was repealed 5 years later over issues of consent. Hello! And Minister Davies Jones says it's vital the government does what it can to reduce the harm being experienced by women and girls across the country as a result of the proliferation of dangerous sexual content. It's not dangerous, just give people sex ed so that they can make informed decisions. Strangulation is never safe, and it can't be done safely. Okay. Well, it depends what you mean by strangulation. Do you mean cutting off airflow? No. Cutting off blood flow? No, it's never fully safe. But you know what else is never safe? You know what's never safe? Driving a car is never safe. You make a single accident, or you have a health issue you didn't know about, you will die. Driving a car is never safe. It can be done more or less. The exact same example, yeah. You know what else is never safe? Getting in and out of the shower. Never. People die. You can never fully prevent slipping in the wet. You can never prevent that. Like, there is no such thing as safe sex. There's safer sex where you reduce risk. There's a reason the kink community went from SSC, safe, sane, and consensual, to RAC, which is risk-aware consensual kink. Risk-aware. There are risks. Can I tell you something I do all the time that can never be done safely, but I do it all the time? Rope bondage can never be done safely. There is always a risk. Always. Yeah, I'm glad you're okay, but like, yeah, there's always a risk. I've slipped in the shower too. It's a thing that happens to people all the fucking time. There's a risk. Like, I do rope bondage. Rope suspension is edge play. There's a lot of risks to that. You can fall and hit your head. You can lose nerve function. Yes. You can fuck up circulation. You can get harness hang syndrome and get a clot in your leg. You can have a stroke. You can dislocate joints, which I've done so many times. I dislocate things all the time. You can accidentally hang yourself. You can fall and break something. Like, something can fall and hit you. Like, rope suspension is never, ever, ever, ever safe. It's safer or less safe. You can manage risk, assess risk, mitigate risk, but you can never fully eliminate risk. That's not a thing that you can do. So when she says it takes 150 seconds for a death to occur if you are strangling someone and they are unconscious. So if they are unconscious, they'll die in 150 seconds. So don't strangle someone to unconsciousness. That's how you manage risk. Now, I still wouldn't consent to any airflow reduction. I'm at high risk for stroke right now because of my migraines and a bunch of other stuff. And I've had family members die of strokes or have strokes. I've had family members have aneurysms. I'm at high risk for that. So I don't do that. But I do find it really hot to have a hand in my throat. So we manage risk. We don't do strangulation. We don't do airway chokes. We don't do blood chokes. I just have a hand. Or we use collars where it's not going to cut off blood flow. It distributes the force. And we're careful about it. Could something still happen? Yes. I have EDS. So I literally sprained my knee standing still. I can't stand still safely. High risk for stroke club, yeah. Let's go. But like, I can't, chat, look at me when I tell you this. I cannot stand still safely. I sprained my knee last year standing still. My feet were not moving. I leaned over and my knee snapped. Safe is not a real thing. It's about managing risk. So yes, strangulation is extremely dangerous. So is base jumping. So is skydiving. We're not putting people in prison for sharing videos of like the X Games. What the fuck? Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I cannot sleep safely. Me either. My ankle dislocates in my sleep every night. I wake up and bones are not where they're supposed to go. I need to take my sweater off because I'm overheating, because I'm heated. But like, you don't throw people in jail for sharing content that's dangerous. Otherwise, we don't have base jumping. We don't have skydiving. We don't have, guess we can't share videos of the snowbirds doing tricks and shit. We no more, I don't know, no more skateboarding. Can't do that safely. People die of that all the time. You know what we can't have anymore? Football. Because people get brain injuries, catastrophic brain injuries from football all the fucking time. Can't share that. And not only can you not consent to playing football because it's extremely violent, well, people think that then boys want to play football and pressure them into playing football, and then they go on to have fucking concussions. It's the same fucking thing, my dude. What we're seeing is a normalization of strangulation and choking in pornography. Untrue. Literally untrue. Choking is not high on the list of Pornhub's like keywords that people search for, which is online and having real world offline consequences. Okay. I mean, it's not. We're seeing reports of young boys asking their teachers how to choke their girlfriend during sex. And it's something that's to be expected by individuals in a sexual relationship. No. It's not. I mean, there's a lot of times I have clients who do not. More like butt stuff. Yeah, and even then, like, I'd say deep throating is more, at least they're asking, yeah. I mean, young boys asking their teachers how to do it, at least they're asking. They're not just doing it. But like, deep throating is often expected, and that's a boundary of mine. I usually have to say bareback blowjobs at least are expected, and I usually have to enforce a boundary on that. I don't think I really often have to tell people, like, even if I tell people not to choke me because they started, they just stop. Is hot? It is. It's just like, I can't do that. And a lot of folks aren't into it, and like, it's not something that should be expected. I mean, I think rope bondage is hot, but like, that's a kink. I'm not going to expect everybody to be into that. I know other kinky people who aren't into that. It's like, it's fine. But yeah, they're looking closely at recommendations from Baroness Burton's independent porn review, which found pornography has helped make strangulation become a sexual norm and may implement further law changes. Violent pornography and more extreme pornography is getting out of control, and there's a huge concern around what that content is doing and the real world impact that content is having. So we're looking at the recommendations of review closely to see if there's further action to be taken, but we'll be evidence-led. You're already not evidence-led. That's a lie. Unexpected deep tea is a good way to get vomited on. It's a good way to get your dick bitten off, actually. Also, you do that to someone who doesn't want that in there, they might bite you. Not even on purpose. That might just be a reflex of just like stopping the thing from happening. It's a good way to get your balls punched. Like, you have no idea what the person you're doing that to is going to react to suddenly not being able to breathe. Because, like, you need to know that's coming. Even people I know who are into that, they need to know it's coming so that they can, like, you have to take a breath beforehand. Because you have to hold your breath while you're doing that. Somehow, the airway can't both have air and cock in it at the same time. You kind of have to be prepared. So, yeah, like, I am fully also expecting, because of how the UK has been, I'm fully expecting this to expand to a full-on criminalization of BDSM, too. Your most sensitive parts are completely in control of someone else. Yes. Kind of both ways. Your airway is in control of that other person, but their sensitive parts are in or where your teeth and hands are. So be kind, be considerate, warn people, talk about your boundaries and your limits. Stuff ain't complicated. But, I mean, the UK has been some of the most restrictive on BDSM content anyway. Yeah. A little bit. Like, I've known people who like that a little bit. They usually don't want chompies. I've had one or two who want chompies, but that's not normal. But yeah, make responsible choices. Talk about boundaries ahead of time. If you want to prevent people from taking things in fiction as norms, then educate them. Yeah. Yeah, agreed, Pine. Not the chumpies. Talking about it, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's like the shit's not complicated. But yeah, no, the UK, I believe, used to have a lot of platform rules where you weren't allowed to have strict bondage. You weren't supposed to have all four limbs restrained at the same time. You weren't allowed to do bondage and gags at the same time. You weren't supposed to have bruises. Not acknowledging the risk is not going to make it safer, right? Exactly, yeah. And like, you need to be able to depict safer versions of things. Like, if there are no depictions of it, no one's going to be able to, no one can talk about it. Tief? I just learned that Tief in Dutch means bitch. I learned that yesterday. But yeah, it's just like, censorship doesn't solve problems. Closing down things doesn't solve problems. And if you criminalize people for sharing art because it makes you disgusted or uncomfortable, you're a fascist. Fuck you. I think that's kind of my perspective. Like, leave me alone. I need to PRB, so I'm gonna do that. And then, do you want to start the game? I have like a thing I want to show you, and then we'll start the game. Does that sound good? Like, fucking over an hour into stream because we started late. Fucking Bell wasn't letting OBS work. Yeah, so I'm gonna PRB. Everybody, bio break. Drink some water, eat some food, take your meds if you haven't done that yet. And I will see you all in like a couple minutes. See you in a bit. I have returned. So, quick thing I want to show y'all. Y'all are back. I know that was a quick break, but you know how it be. Quick thing I want to show you. It is Silent Hill related. Let me switch, actually, my category from chatting to Silent Hill. There you go. But some mail showed up over the past couple days. Also, I have a shelf back here. My chair kind of blocks it, but I'm going to be rearranging my office eventually. It's just, this is going to be here. But, look what I got. Look what I got. Look what showed up in the mail. I'm going to be Foxman. I'm going to be Foxman. It showed up. I could have made one, but it was going to be more difficult, and I found there was someone in Ukraine who made like really, really, really nice masks, and I'm like, I'd honestly rather just support an artist than like 3D print something myself. But this looks so similar to the one in the game that like I really, really, really like it. So this will be for Fox mask version of Hinako and also Oinari-sama. So we'll see. I have to figure out cosplay testing like with my kimono and stuff because I gotta get the pants that he wears. None of it's gonna be in the right colors because I'm not buying another kimono. I already have a really, really, really nice light blue silk kimono. So I'm just gonna use that and the over jacket I already have, which is a dark blue. I'm just gonna do a blue version, probably with black pants because I'll wear those more. Your Misa pics look so good. Yeah, I'll have to show you guys that real quick. So I've got this, and then I've also, this is why my room smells like latex so much. I've got the arm, but I'm gonna have to fill it with foam because it doesn't, like, it works so well, but like it's so floppy. So I gotta fix this end, but like, look at that. It looks like her arm. You know how long it took me online to find a werewolf arm that was that didn't have like fur all the way down? So I have fur coming today. Also chat. I've got fur coming today so that I can add like the fur chunks to it. With like tissue paper. Well, what I want to do is like, there's the fingers. The fingers aren't so bad. It's the this. Though I guess I could also just bring it in a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do about that because it's so big. And there's technically two of them. So I might take the arm on the second one and cut it off to make this just like a full sleeve. So I don't have to worry about gluing shit to my hand. But yeah, I have to have some way that I can put my hand in here. But like, it works so well. I'm so happy. Like, shit works so good. It smells terrible, but it looks awesome. Her fox arm is huge. Yeah, make some muscles. Yeah. But I might take the second one and like use that to make like a full. Because like if I just take the wrist to bicep, I could just do that and then tailor this to fit. Some fake muscles, yeah. I mean, this part of my arm's probably the correct size. It's just my forearm's small. But I've got that going on. Maybe I'll put the fox mask on while we're streaming. Or just put it over here somewhere. So y'all can see it while I'm streaming. But yes, I did also, before we get to the actual game, I can just be there. It doesn't stand up very well. Real quick, I'm gonna show you some BTS because I did shoot. Are my group chats being mean? Okay, this is what I can show y'all. So in our backyard, this is kind of what it looks like. I did Misa with my scythe in the backyard with the autumn leaves. It's gonna be for December, but like fucking seasons in Canada don't exist anymore. I did some shibari too, so I tied myself to the scythe. I love doing that. It's a fun time. So those I'm mid-editing. Those will probably be done this weekend and uploaded, so they'll be scheduled for the first week of December. Time is fake. But that's what I shot. I'm really proud of it. Actually, let me see. Some of the lighting in my fucking apartment is so rad. In my new bedroom. Like, the lighting in my bedroom is so good for like makeup selfies. I'm a big fan. But yeah, so I have to do that, and then we have to clear stuff out so I can start shooting in downstairs for Crimbus. Let me tilt this down a little bit. Not that far down. There we go. Because I'm trying to be more in the center frame when we're doing the game. There we go. It's a hair better. Hey, game time, game time, game time. Okay. Pause the music. I have a question. I may or may not have an answer. I maybe have an answer. What's up? A pinup calendar? No, I've never done a calendar. I mean, I could just take one photo from one of my, because I do photo sets every month. I could just take my favorite photo per month and put it in a calendar or something. But that would be hard for me to narrow down, because I like the work that I make, and it's hard to be like, this is my favorite. But no, I've never done like a calendar or anything like that. I don't, I've done print, like offered print sales, but no one ever buys physical stuff because shipping from here is expensive as shit. So like I've never actually sold physical anything. Nope. Yeah, they'll stay there. Okay. New Game Plus time! Oh, I forgot. I can't heal. I will be very thorough in my exploring. Forgot the shit's fucking hard as hell.
What a weird box.
Diary of Revenge. According to Nihon Shoki, one of Japan's most ancient history books, Yamada no Orochi, a colossal 8-headed dragon, demanded the sacrifice of beautiful young girls for it to devour. Upon hearing this, the wild deity Susanoo no Mikoto brought 8 barrels of sake to the dragon and lured it into drinking them. Once Yamada no Orochi became intoxicated, he slew the dragon by chopping off all 8 heads. According to Ebisugaoka's oldest historical records, after being decapitated, one of Yamada no Orochi's heads flew far west and fell between the mountains of Higa no Kuni. The head eventually came back to life as a poisonous water dragon that plagued the land for many years to come. Higa no Kuni is known now as Ebisugaoka. There are records of toxic gas leaks from the underground water streams in the past. It is highly possible that this is where the legend of a poisonous water dragon stemmed from. However, while the local records state that Yamada no Orochi's head flew here, there's no mention of this in the Nihon Shoki. It's not hard to surmise that some shameless individuals put a religious spin on the noxious leaks to turn a profit, and falsified connections using famous literature to solidify their claim.
It opened.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Do health, because I've been struggling with that. Oh, I can get more Omamori slots? I guess it's because it's New Game Plus, so I can. I'm trying to be relatively thorough.
What now? Ringo!
Relearning the combat every time I play is fun. Oh, there we go. Make sure those red capsules are on my hot menu so I don't accidentally take them. Did you? There we go. I win. Box. Harmony, yay!
Oh, damn you!
Shu, where are you?
Dooby dooby shoe, where are you? I wanna hit you with my pipe. I don't, I'm just being silly. Oh, I did see Frankenstein yesterday. And it was so fucking good. Want to hit him with your pipe or want to hit him with your pipe? I mean, I'm not really into subs,
My weapon's
but fair. For the joke, yes. But Frankenstein was so fucking good. It was such a good adaptation of the book. I cried so many times. It was incredible. Thoroughly recommend it. I watched it in IMAX. It was beautiful. Please go watch it if you can, especially in theaters. Wish someone would hit me with their pipe. Yeah, true. Watching it tomorrow? Hell yeah. It's so good. The boat was fucking real? Yes. Yes. And Cryptid actually walked into the set of the, I can discard them? Yes, get rid of the red capsules. I don't want them. Keep accidentally picking them up. Being given plans, yeah. But Cryptid walked into the set of the, like, lab and said it was gorgeous in person.
Sakuko.
She did.
Stop it. Stop.
I really wish we had more Sakuko in this game. Shelly's in a jar. But yeah, for anyone who doesn't know about Mary Shelley, beyond that she wrote Frankenstein, she wrote Frankenstein as part of a writing competition with Lord Byron, I think her husband Percy Shelley might have been involved. And I think it was Polidori.
Since you were little, you dreamed of a different life.
Or Sakuko.
A family that owned a candy store.
Percy was involved? No one ever remembers Percy.
And here, it's all yours. As much candy as you could ever want.
Candy. Happy Halloween, by the way. Belated.
Sweet dreams. Sakuko.
Because I don't know if any of these cutscenes are going to be different. The thing is, Percy Shelley was also pretty great. He just wasn't as memorable as his wife or
Go home.
Byron was.
The store's closed for the day. Sakuko. Even if you're gone, I'll keep my promise. No matter what.
But they were part of the satanic literary tradition. And you can tell with some of the quotes in the movie. Nope. Yeah, that's fair, Pint. Yeah, I really appreciate the game for doing that. Being like, no, you haven't seen this bit. It's like, okay, so cool. That means I feel more comfortable trying to skip stuff. Yeah, especially because like New Game Plus seems like heavily encouraged. Oh god, that's so infantilizing, Dolly. I'm sorry.
Offer up of flesh and blood. So that our clan may prosper.
Fox husband? Yeah, I'm sorry, Dolly. Like, you are a full-grown ass adult.
Am I?
And you should be... Yeah, great Pint. You should be allowed to have privacy. Even children, like little kids, deserve privacy. Kudzu, respected by all and a leader of the people, was wed to Pine. Plum, beloved by all, was always at the center of any group, was wed to Bamboo. Chrysanthemum, who had no mate, spent their days studying under Kudzu, has been known in the Sage of the East. The prosperity of our clan be eternal. Okay. Also, Steffi, if you're listening, if I could have some lunch, that'd be great. Plum is in the center. So which one's Plum? That's a fish. That's a kimono. That's a leaf. So I thank you. That's a flower of some kind. Okay, that's bamboo. Flower. I think that might be plum then, because it's like a fruit tree. So like clouds. Okay. Kudzu is wedded to pine. Okay, so kudzu I think is the top right because chrysanthemum has no mate. It's under kudzu. So that's the only flower I can see. So I'm going to put that one here because it's in the east and under. So kudzu's there, and so it'd be under and then in the east. So that'd be there. Assuming that way is north. So pine. Let me see. So bamboo is wed to plum. So pretty sure that's plum. So kudzu and pine. Well, I guess I can just do this and then it'll be. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know which one's supposed to be pine. Probably not the leaf, but. Okay. That was not that hard. Now that I understand how the puzzles work, them being harder is not too bad. It's also nice that the puzzles are similar in type but different answers, so you don't just memorize them. Oh, okay, I see. It's hold to skip and then it says new cutscenes if there's a new one.
Locked. Help! Anybody!
Calm yourself, Hinako.
Please.
I just want to see husband.
Don't open!
That's enough. Give me a moment. I will open it for you.
Open it! Open it!
Husband!
Good morning.
Hi,
Must have been
husband.
some nightmare.
Morning.
Nightmare?
Are you injured? You must not be so reckless. You should take better care of yourself.
Thanks.
Shall we get going, Hinako?
Husband.
Where?
Nothing. I'm happy to be here. Okay, sir. Whatever you want. I'm such a sub. I don't know why I'm like this, but I am. Hollow fox mask. Will do, sir. Oh, one sec. Thank you, got it. Death has provided me nourishment. I'm okay. I have plenty of water. At least right now. Nourishment! In my enclosure!
Mind your step.
Oh! The cup reminds me because there's fangs on it. I had my fang fitting yesterday. So, I really like how they looked. So fangs will be permanent mid-December. I'm really excited. And they're so much bigger than I thought they were going to be.
Everything you need.
Okay. I wonder how husband's going to be now that we're not self-medicating.
Now then.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I better follow him.
Oh, it won't let me go anywhere else. Okay. Oh, I remember this. Give me knife.
Follow me.
Okay. I will follow you, but with knife.
Wait, what's this shrine?
Foxies!
I have prepared a key for you. This way.
With teeth! TVs!
This way, Himiko.
I'm coming. Oh, I'm coming. I don't know why I'm like this. I'm so sorry, chat.
We've arrived.
Hell yeah, we have. You're not sorry, but that's okay. Okay. I knew that next.
It's locked.
For any hints? As I pass into the world of the dead, I pray only that I do not pass through the gates of hell. Please, here's my prayer. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. Hell is my favorite. Dolly, fuck off. Not Dolly,
What's
but
this doing here?
that Dolly. What a beautiful place this is. Sparkling lakes, fragrant flowers, the melodic chirps of birds singing. This must be paradise. Also not Dolly Parton, correct. To those corrupted souls who dare encroach upon our sacred land, may you be met with calamity and destruction. The yokai of the carriage had their heads removed, the yokai of the umbrella their arms, the yokai of the kettle their legs. Only the losses of each shall purify this corruption. Carriage head, umbrella arms, kettle legs. Okay. I'm sorry, Dolly. I mean... hot. Slightly less hot. And not the sword so much. Anyway, that's dealt with. What a terrifying place this is. Nightmarish swamps, rotting trees that look like bones, the echoes of screams. This must be hell. Well, heaven and hell is what you make of it, my dude. Carriage umbrella kettle.
No, that's not it. seems right. Better look for more. That wasn't right.
Anyway. I'm much better at the fighting this time around. Kind of because I know what's happening. Remember what happens to read this note? It becomes so easy if you just stop and give up. After all, you're already amongst the dead. No thanks. I'm never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you down. I never run around and desert you. Dessert. Can I be amongst the dead without giving up? Yeah, exactly. Why isn't that an option? Ain't no way you just said that. I definitely did. What the hell?
One left.
Got it. Ice pick through your skull? I'm so sorry, Pint. I don't have one with me. Ow. Thanks. I appreciate it. I've hidden the Omamori that protects against evil behind the Emma at. I can attest to its efficacy, however, no power is absolute. You must remain vigilant. Heirloom belonged to my grandmother and I now pass it on to you. I do not think I have much use for it now.
Seems like it's locked from the other side.
Thank you for the Korok, Dolly. Oh, I can bring it up for you again. That was it. Oh. I do not know what I said. I don't remember. Oh no! Not migraines. Migraines are the worst. Greatly decreases the damage taken while dodging. Hell yeah. There we go. Let's go.
This should be an offering.
Game is so much fun. Mom, Dad, I don't think I'll make it home. I wish I could see you one last time. Well, that's sad. That's the yokai of the wagon.
Alright. Time to try that lock. Now.
Well, hi, Kirby. There we go. Yeah, there's a baby under me. He fell over funny. Alright, Kirby. Is it not a baby? Yeah. Hi, Baba. Yes, there's a box in here you haven't sniffed before. You must sniff all the things. You like the box? Gotta make the friends hot. Can't make friends too hot. Friends just are hot. Where'd you go? You're just there. No, do not want. Okay, so carriage head, which would be the triangle thingy. Arms and legs. Okay, so it's either a triangle with a Y or a circle with a line. It's either an S or the like little hat thing. Backwards S or hat thing.
Wait a minute. I feel like I've seen something like this before.
The losses of each shall purify. Okay. Okay, but I'm confused. Because it's only 3. There's got to be 1 from each of these. But I don't know which is head. Arms and legs. I guess, like... Is it a triangle for the middle one?
Nothing.
Because, okay, so we've got the triangle with the little thingies in it. The triangle with the Y. And the little square thingy. Okay. Because... Because losses of each. I'm trying to figure out, is it that I need to... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Hit the thing. I need to take that from each of them or do the opposite of that. But, like, there's 4, so it can't be just, like, a combination of, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't... And like they're not, none of them have things in common. Okay, maybe I just do each one in order and it's like a 3-part. Okay, so I'll remove the head with the carriage. So it's circle with brackets, then the moon, then the TS. Okay, but there is no... Okay, so the last one of the umbrella isn't there either. Circle with the thing in it.
No, that's not it.
Puzzle change? Well, I'm also in a harder difficulty. But yeah, I think so. Because yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, they're similar puzzles, but like they're different answers, and like I also made them harder. Also, my hand smells like that latex glove still. Trying to think, because like because the way that I was reading it was like the losses of each purify it. So I need the thing that each of them lose. So I need the head of the carriage, the arms of the umbrella, and the legs of the kettle. Oh, hell yeah. Glad to hear it, Pint, because like, it's a sandwich. I've had people throw worse at me and I didn't freak out about it, and I don't have bulletproof armor on. So like I'm working this through that, like, okay, so the head of the carriage is probably the top one, yeah? Unless that's a hat. But I figured the head is the top, and it's the arms, the torso, and the legs. So, unless I'm like dumb. So like for the four, there's like 4 symbols. So it's like the head, the arms, the torso, the legs. Kind of what I'm thinking. So it's like, okay, so we need losses of the 3. We need the head, the arms, and the legs, right? Or do I just need the 3 torsos? Because that doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, this puzzle's confusing me somewhat. The circle? And the arms would be the circle with a line through it?
That wasn't right.
Still not getting it. Oh, fucking monster's coming because I took too long. Go away. Let me puzzle. Okay. I don't know. Safe word. You guys can, like, help. Help me. I don't normally need help with puzzles, but if there's, like, because I'm stuck in what I think it means. Because I don't... There's probably something cultural I'm not understanding here. I feel like I'm missing something. More than 4 options on the spinny things. Sure. Are the illustrations a hint? It better not be because, I don't know what they mean. Like, those are just the yokai? Like, I know what a yokai is. There's more than 4 options. So, yeah. True, but, like... That doesn't tell me anything. And I also don't have a pen to draw these. And I shouldn't have to do that to figure this out. You know? Like, it's kind of annoying that, like, these words are 4 long, so it's like, I don't know the one that isn't in the book. Okay, so triangle, so it's not the triangle one. Not that one. Not that one. Okay, problem with that though, Pint. So, that one's in the book. That one is. That one isn't for that word. That one is. That one isn't. So there's 2 of them. Because there's 5. Or there's 6. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 per thing. So that doesn't help. I don't think my brain is being helpful. That's fair. Why are you difficult? I put it on difficult. That's probably why. Okay. So not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. So there's 2 options for each of them then. Because there's 6 for each. So there's 6 options for 3 different slots that are coming from 3 things with 4 options. Silent Hill, why? I think it's just part of the issue is like there's Japanese puzzle conventions that I'm not understanding. Because this feels phrased like it should be a logic puzzle. Like, the way this reads to me is like, you know, there's an intro paragraph that's just flavor text. Because, it's being like, how, like, beware entering here. Great, cool. That's all that means. So it's 3 different thingies. And it's saying which thing they each lost. So there's three things, and they all lost one thing. And the losses are required to purify. So I need the thing that they lost. And now there's symbols for each of the 3 things. I have to figure out which of those symbols is the thing that they lost. But is it that they lost a thing so it's not in the list of the 4? So it's one of the other 2? In which case, how the fuck would I figure that out? Or did they lose one of the 4? In which case, what is the head? I would have thought that I had a thought. So I was like, okay, the head should be the first thing. What if they didn't change it for reading from right to left to right? Maybe it's just backwards. So I have to go backwards from what I think it is. So it's the T. If that's the answer, I'm gonna be so pissed off. I'm like, if you're gonna change it to English and read left to right, you need to change the puzzles to also match that. So then the circle with the line through it, maybe? And then the triangle with the line. Okay. Square with the T. Triangle with the Y. Weird moon thing. Okay, so it's not backwards? I don't understand what's happening then. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be getting the puzzle exactly wrong because I've done every conceivable option of No, I think I figured it out. Reading direction has been swapped. Okay. Yeah, no, I figured it out because heads are 2 heads, 4 arms, 3 legs. Okay. So heads is the second thing. So 2 heads, so it's the circle one. I just had that right when you were talking to me. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's okay. Umbrella, their arms. So it's 4 arms. Just the circle with the thing. Little Y. Okay. And then 3, so it's the S. There we go. But yeah, knowing it was left to right, not right to left helped. But yeah, I figured out the number of legs and stuff.
Where'd he go?
Let's go, team. Teamwork, it makes the dream work. Point and click bullshit, yeah. Stone key. Made of jade.
So you accept my gift?
Yes?
I fashioned this key from mystic jade. Especially for you.
Especially for me?
Once you insert that key into the Inari statue...
Have a good shower, Pine. Thanks for help. Also, Steffi, you can't have toast. Don't trust the fox mask. Shut up, doll. No one asked you. He's hot. his health now. But I couldn't really run with that fucking thing right on my tail. Mom, Dad, I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I never made it up to you for being such a horrible daughter. I didn't deserve to have you as my parents. I guess I'm getting what I deserve. No, my parents suck dick.
No! Stay away from me!
The door from earlier was for welcoming visitors. However, this door denies all but the select few who may tread sacred ground.
Am I allowed inside?
Why,
Hey,
of
yo.
course.
That's
Today
consent
you
right
are
there.
most welcome.
Fuck yeah.
We must continue on ahead. Shall we rest first?
Nah, I'm good, dude.
Okay. I think.
Tell me if you need a break. Now then, onward.
He's so hot, and for why? Girl. Don't. You are not fucking helpful. You just like bitch slap me with your little doll hands. You fucked. Hi, Shu. Yeah. I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Talk to me. Oh, thank goodness.
No problem, Steph.
Well, you never have been one to go down without a fight.
No, I am a fighter.
You're alive.
So, where's Sakuko?
Candy store? Candy store in the sky? Or right there. Ow.
What is happening? Not a soul left in town. Some kind of terrible
My
dream?
restless dreams, I see that town. That terrible town.
Monsters around every corner. It's one nightmare after another.
Still though, I got lucky. Even if no one else is left in this world, it's good to know you're still around. Mother.
Yay!
What about Rinko?
Oh, she just said she needed to talk to me about something. But,
Rinko
you
was
know,
supposed to be with you. How do we know if she's all right?
You thought the what about Ringo? I was like, what if... Did you talk to her about dating?
I guess I was confused. We all got split up and ran off. I haven't seen Rinko since.
But where would she even go at a time like this?
Maybe she went home. Let's go find her, partner.
Let's go!
Shu?
I'll go back to the dream world with my never-breaking knife.
What's wrong? Keep up, or I'll leave you behind.
Rude. Rude.
All right. I need to focus. Need to find Rinko.
Rude. It is eerie not seeing anyone around. Goodies, please. I'm exploring where I shouldn't. Give me goodies, please. Someone move the truck. Oh, I don't want those. Just gonna run away, save my weaponry. I don't need to kill everything.
Sakako. I'm sorry. But I need to get going.
Hold on, I didn't get any goodies. Give me stuff. I deserve treats.
Please tell me that monster's not around.
Just exploring, because I want to find all that secret stuff in the town. See you next week. Thanks for stopping by, Dolly. Appreciate you.
Is this some sort of offering?
See, this is why I go the wrong way. It gives me stuff. Thank you. Who needs Shu when you've got Steph? Steph's just better. Steph brings me toast.
Another dead end.
My fur just showed up in the mail. Yay! Back to my trans reading of this game. Her being like reading a thing that says like real men drink this beer. It's like, no, you can be a man and not drink that beer. It's okay, Hinako, you can be a boy. Get dodged, fool. Get dodged on. Hey. Hi, Vampy. Yeah, I'm liking it too. Hi, Kirby. Kirby, don't jump. I'm just showing you outside. Now you can see outside. Oh, out of focus? Yeah, it does that sometimes. What a creepy scarecrow. Yep. What happened here? Violence. Violence happened here. Research Journal Photo 2. A photo attached to a research journal appears to be a clue collected by a researcher investigating the folklore of Ebi Sugoka. In the Muromachi period, the Great Famine of Oe had young individuals desperate for quick money, so they searched for the legendary sword. One story even claims the sword was discovered. However, the youth who found it became consumed by the Taira clan's resentment and massacred the others one after another. After that, the sword became known as the Sacred Sword and is thought to contain the lingering animosity of the defeated Taira soldiers. Was the sword hidden after that? There is not enough information. I must search for the Jizo statues myself. I was able to get in contact with a resident who knows the location of an old Jizo statue as maybe my first clue that lead me to the sword. Hi, Kirby. Hi, Papa. We've been blessed. We've been blessed by Kirby. He's gonna be a menace, I can tell. Making good choices, sir, or are you gonna irritate your siblings? He's a little menace. Look at him. He's so cute. Oh, I have hiccups. I love when that happens. Hi, Kirby. Make better choices, sir. Yo. I don't really need a sickle right now.
Shu, where are you?
「
Shu, where are you?
What is it, partner?
Everything that's happening to us. Do you think it could be some dream we're having? Because we just want to keep playing Space Wars together?
Well, we could pinch each other to find out.
No. I can pinch myself, thank you very much.
Sorry. Seems it's not a dream after all.
Kirby, who gave you so much permission to be so cute? Oh, he's behind the computer. That's always good.
Is it dead? Doctor, are you home?
Doctor Who, though. Kirby. You... Okay.
Doctor, is that you?
Girl. Old medical record. Fujitori Kotoyuki, age 9. The patient joined a group of children chasing down a fox that had wandered into the village. The fox then attacked the patient, leaving several lacerations on his face. The wound below his left eye is particularly deep and shows considerable risk of scarring. During treatment, he suddenly fell unconscious and was measured with a fever of over 40 degrees. Emergency transfer of the patient to the prefecture hospital was requested. Upon arrival, however, the doctors were unable to detect any abnormalities, even after multiple rounds of testing. After confirming his condition was stable, the patient was cleared to return home the following morning. When questioned during a follow-up examination, the patient responded that he felt completely fine. According to the patient's mother, however, Kotoyuki is like a whole other boy and has been applying himself to his schoolwork harder than ever before. Interesting. Need to get a key. The lock is broken, huh? Hi, Kirby. What you looking at? Oh, it's puzzle box. Yeah. Puzzle time. Drawer key. Bunch of eyes. The same? No, they've been different. Similar idea, but different. Why is there a hook over a... Oh, it's for a pot. I'm like, what? Oh, the lady being not there is great. Dried carcass, great. Think you're making good choices, Kirby.
Someone there?
Congratulations! 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 Congratulations!
Great, cool, thanks. Love that for me. Commerce? Werewolf, perhaps? But like, I'm on a harder difficulty, so there's that. But, so I don't know if it's that's why they're different, or it's like an actual... They're always different the second time, you know what I mean? I assumed up until now that being possessed by the fox was a sort of curse. However, it turns out that among the followers of the Inari faith in Ebisuboka, it can be more nuanced than that. I heard one tale of a housewife who was possessed by the fox after sharing some scraps of food with a real starving fox. As a sign of gratitude, the fox showed her the whereabouts of hidden treasure. Another tale claims that a pious shaman was possessed by the fox and given premonitions of a coming famine. They were able to warn the town and stockpile enough food to endure it. There are numerous stories like this, suggesting that being possessed by the fox is not necessarily a turn of bad luck. Though, with the influence of today's media from outside the town regarding ghost and horror stories, fox has become seen as a purely negative phenomenon, particularly among the younger generations. I am getting cold. I want my sweater back. But yeah, I don't see... I think the, like, oh, the fox is, like, a nuanced thing is... kind of what the story is trying to get at. Like, it's all how you approach it. Like, her going through, like, yes, I will just obey you the whole time, probably isn't the best. But, like, he doesn't actually do anything. Like, he doesn't do anything to hurt us that isn't something that we'd agreed to. Like, there is pain, right? But there's nothing non-consensual and nothing, like, he stands up for us repeatedly. So, like, he doesn't seem like an inherently negative entity, if that makes sense. There are numerous tales of those who blaspheme against the Inari faith being possessed by the fox. These tales have no quantitative scientific basis, of course. However, I want to try my best to avoid outright refuting tradition and local beliefs. The effectiveness of any medicine provided to a patient who believes himself sick due to the fox's possession is drastically low. As a man of science, I surprise even myself here when I say that for the best results, patients should be told to offer their sincere prayers to Inari-san prior to seeking medical treatment. By respecting and complying with local traditions, I feel I can build a stronger rapport here with my patients here. Okay, yeah, I'm glad I came down for that. Oh, the fog loading in after? Okay. off me. Get off me. How much fog? God damn it. Get off me. Great Space Invasion. Now in brilliant color, the Great Space Invasion experienced terror like never before with the invasion of the body-snatching aliens. Woo! Oh, what? Oh, is that a reference to the Alien ending? It is. She watched this movie when he was young and came up with Space Wars game we used to play. I watched it back then too because my dad dragged me to see it. I don't have any memories of that time. According to my dad, it scared me so much I couldn't stop crying for days. Sweet. Her dad took us to a developmentally inappropriate, scary movie. Whee! That sounds like Dad. You're getting killed just on principle.
Dead.
just want to find that fucking painting thing before I make too much progress. Also, I need to get rid of all these items at some point soon.
Sakuko's shrine is up ahead. I used to go there a lot.
Mountains! Game's so fucking pretty too, by the way. I don't say it enough, but goddamn, this game is pretty. An antique portable thermos bottle, the glass container inside is broken, so this is no longer usable. But I got a rusted flask. Sure, that's helpful.
Hey, partner! That's not the way to Rinko's house.
I know.
Oh, sorry. Zoned out for a bit.
This is Sakuko's family shrine, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't think too much about it. Let's hurry up and find Rinko.
Right. Let's go.
This is new. There we go. Offer the rusted flask. So I did need to go up there to do this. Got it. Found a damaged Ojizo-san in the mountains. The character from Mizu Water can be faintly seen etched into the stone base. I wonder what happens if I offer something that relates to that character. Is this Sakuko's family shrine? My ears were met with a soothing chime of bells upon offering the item. This should do. See? I did the thing. I'm smart. Now I'm good,
What was
actually.
that?
I'm good. I think I remember what that is, and I'm good, actually. I'm gonna go save and dump off a bunch of this stuff. No thanks. Busy that day. Okay. I think the next bit is the Scarecrow fight, and then we get to Rinko's house. There we go.
Disgusting.
Hinako! Don't go anywhere near that weird stuff. It might be poisonous. Go around to the garden on the right. This way.
Got it.
I keep accidentally picking that shit up. Oh, fuck. There's this fight first before we get to the Scarecrows. Hot. Girl, we're New Game Plus. We've beaten so many of these things.
Some giant monster just showed up.
What? I can't get to you! Head into the storehouse. I'll open the window.
Oh, I fucked that up. Hi, Chef. On it. Grab me with your tongue arm, my dude. go.
Leave me alone.
Gotcha, fucker. Thank you for the restream streak, by the way, Chef. I appreciate it. 3 whole weeks.
Not enough. Need to keep turning it.
I almost got it. God damn it. There we go.
All right.
Hinako! The storehouse window! Hurry!
There we
You
go.
okay?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a badass. Don't worry about it.
I didn't let Junko down then.
But
She told me to look after you. No matter what happens.
sure, dude.
Yeah, a while ago. Anyway, let's move.
Right. Time to go.
I don't want red capsules. I want level up stuff. Give me shit so I can level up, please. In this box, give me something nice. Close enough. Not level up, but more faith, so that's fine. Okay, I might call it here. So it's been 3.5 hours. I'm a little bit tired from dealing with tech problems to start. But this has been good. We're making some more progress. We got some more of the sword stuff. So, I can't remember how many of these there are. There's 5. So we've done earth and water. We have air, fire, and spirit. So we have 3 more. So, you know, we're making progress. We're making progress. We're doing good. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. We shall probably do more just like straight up gaming next time. But you know, had to celebrate a little bit. Let's put the controller away. I'm really, really, really excited to start working on my Hinako cosplay. Because I've got the majority of the stuff for it now. I've got another Seifuku coming so that I can distress it slightly. Love you, love the stream. I love you too, Vampy. Thanks for the hanging out, Pint. I appreciate y'all. Oh my god, my bones. But yeah, let me see what stream looks like. Stream should be as normal next week. Stream's normal next week. So, yeah. So we'll be streaming as normal next week. I'm trying to see if there's any disruptions. None that I can see. Until, like, if I take, like, a Christmas break or something. So, the rest of November, Thursdays as normal. We'll be still doing Silent Hill. I'm really, really, really excited to get more through New Game Plus. Because I know we have the Scarecrow to get to, Rinko's house. You have to get all the way back to the school and do the school. Shu's house, back to our house. Bunch of Dream Foxland in the meantime. So yeah, we still have a chunk to go, but it's been really, really fun. Hopefully by the end of November, I'll get at least my first New Game Plus ending. I'm not gonna say definitively one way or another because you know how that went last time, but I am not sure I'll go for I don't think I'm gonna do all the endings on stream. I don't think I have the gamer skill to do that. But I'm really excited to see like what this ending is, and maybe we'll just look up the other endings and watch them on stream because other people have definitely played them by now. But yes, let's get ready to raid. We'll be raiding as per the usual. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think anything else news-wise on my end. So I'll see you all next week on Thursday. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the resubs and the stream streaks. I really, really, really appreciate it. Like, genuinely, that you spend your time here. Because it's not a thing you have to do. All the things you could be doing with your day. So let's go raid D-Tune again. Because that's what I'm going to be doing with the rest of my life, or the rest of my day. So that and a shower. But yes, go say hi to D-Tune. Hang out, more spooky dooky. I'll see you for more Silent Hill next week, and maybe I'll have some of my cosplay started, but probably not because I have editing to do, but we'll see. Okay, I love you. Don't forget to drink some water, eat some food, take your meds. Physio if you have it. If you're a physio person, do your physio. Stretch your legs. Stand up 1 time today, just for me. Just Just imagine how happy Oinari Sama would be if you stood up just like for like 2 minutes. Just one time. Okay, love y'all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.